We are more than 10 weeks through the NFL season, over halfway finished with it, and we're at the point where we can start to see a vision of what the playoff picture could look like. So I predicted the rest of the NFL season, including playoffs. In this video, we're going to look at the AFC teams, then we're going to look at the NFC teams, and we're going to finish it off with part 3, looking at the playoffs and Super Bowl winners. So taking a look at the playoff teams, I've got the Patriots finishing the 1 seed. They've got a really easy schedule the remainder of the season, and they're looking really solid right now. So if they don't slip up against these easy teams and put up a good fight against the tough teams, I think 13-4 is a fitting record for them. Next up at the 2 seed, we've got the Colts at 12-5. They started off the season super dominant, but that was their easy part of the schedule. They've got some tougher opponents coming up. I could see them slipping up a few times. The Broncos are eking out the AFC West with a record of 12-5. That division was definitely the hardest for me to order playoff-wise. 3 really good teams in that division. I've got the Broncos winning, though. They have the best record by far, so I think they're going to barely hold on. I've got the Ravens barely winning the AFC North with a 9-8 record, tied with the Steelers, but they're going to barely win in a tiebreaker and make the playoffs. Bills are in at the 5 seed with a record of 12-5. They've been looking a little shaky lately, especially after getting dominated by Miami, so I could see them losing a few more games this season. I feel pretty confident about the Patriots winning the division this year. Next up, the Chiefs are going to take the 6th seed. Like I said, really tight race in the AFC West. I really like the Chiefs' rest of season. I think they can be dominant. They do still have a pretty tough schedule, though, and a bunch of divisional games to still play. Rounding off our playoff teams, I've got the Chargers taking the 7th seed. Losing Joe Alt was a really tough loss for them, but this defense is really solid, and Justin Herbert is dominant enough to get them into the playoffs for sure. So those are my AFC playoff teams. I feel pretty good about this order. The toughest thing by far was the order of the AFC West. At sometimes I had the Chiefs winning the division or the Chiefs getting the 7 seed. Although I do feel really good about the Chiefs the rest of the season, I still think it's pretty realistic for them to lose 1 or 2 more games. Another thing that was tough to predict was Ravens versus Steelers. The Ravens are going to have to be really consistent the rest of the season if they want to make the playoffs, but there's definitely a road for them to do it. The Steelers have looked really shaky recently. I don't fully believe in them. So I think they'll keep the Mike Tomlin over 500 record, but I don't have them making the playoffs. And then here's the rest of the teams I haven't talked about. I'm not really going to cover these teams much. I feel pretty good about these record predictions too, although I was mainly focusing on the playoff picture. One thing I am very sure about, though, is the Titans will get the first overall pick. So just a little bit of foreshadowing for the playoff prediction video. Here are the teams that people on Kalshi think will win the AFC Championship. So the Chiefs have a good lead there, followed by Buffalo and Indianapolis. So it's kind of interesting how some really dominant teams like the Patriots and Broncos aren't included in this.